Yep, I actually did. I bought the LEGO Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon. I am very excited to have this thing, and I haven't opened it up yet, as you can see. This is just the outer box, and inside I assume is another LEGO box, which has all the bags of parts inside. I ordered this from Amazon for $844 US, and it came in a larger Amazon box, which this box came out of. So let's go ahead and open this thing up here. I know it's very tall. I feel short next to this box. This thing is really heavy. It's like, I think it's over 30 pounds, so... Got some scissors here. Just gonna cut the tape. Sorry if I was out of frame there because this thing is really tall, as I said. Yes, it is the actual LEGO box. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we can already see part of the box right here. Not even sure how I'm gonna get this out. We'll see. I'll probably speed this part up so that you won't have to watch me struggle with it. Here's the actual LEGO box out of the other box, and as you can see here, it's huge. So on the front here you can see 7,541 pieces, which is crazy. This was the biggest LEGO set ever when this came out. 2 LEGO sets now top it, I believe, the LEGO Art World map and the LEGO Roman Coliseum, but I think this one's cooler. It's also more expensive. Name here, Millennium Falcon, of course, ages 16 and up. I'm 15, but I think I'll be able to handle it. You can see it's against the backdrop of Cloud City back here from that scene in The Empire Strikes Back, which is cool. Look at the side here. Whoa, there's a lot of text there, which you can read it. I'll read it later. The back showing the alternate way you can set this up with the rectangular dish thing and the other characters and scenes from inside and little features about it, which is cool. Over here, the nice panel with the dimensions on it. As you can see here, it is 22 centimeters tall, which is 8.9 inches, and so on. You can see there. And of course, all the minifigures at the bottom, which is really cool. Top is just LEGO Star Wars, and the bottom is the same. Okay, let's get this beast open. So, got the scissors up here again. Just gonna snip the tape. Just snip this tape on the bottom. Okay. One more tape. There we go. Okay. There we go. Has 2 big flaps. We can open this. I'll show you inside. So, see, this table is the biggest table I could find, but it is just too small for this, but it's gonna work. It's working alright. But it's threatening to fall off the back here. So, anyways, you can see here we got like 4 boxes inside. Just pull one out, see what it's like. So, we got like just a angle of the Millennium Falcon. There we go. With like, yeah, just a cool angle on the back here. Got a Star Wars quote there. That's cool. We'll open up all these boxes. I'll just get the rest of these out. Another little Han Solo quote on the front there. And another box. There we go. All with different little angles of the Millennium Falcon itself. And sorry for that flap in the way of the camera. And of course, probably the most famous one. She's the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. So we'll get those opened in just a sec. And then I almost forgot, there's one more box. I didn't even notice it until a second ago, but there's one more box back here. Oh my goodness. I'll get these boxes out of the way in a minute. But this is, they have a giant box for the instructions. Those are some insane instructions. Ooh. Wow, that thing is heavy. That's like a few pounds. I'm not kidding. Wow. Okay. Here, okay, got the sticker sheet. It's awesome. And then, see, I'm not sure if there's anything else in the sides of these. I don't think so. I think we got everything. So there we have that. One thing I just noticed is that it actually makes a picture of the Millennium Falcon. If you do it like this, I might I'm not sure if it does with these side pictures or not, but it does with these edge pictures, that's really cool. I'm just going to open these up one by one and see what's inside. Hopefully a lot of Lego pieces. Move this out of the way. Man, that's heavy. That's a heavy book. Okay, so let's start with that. I don't think these are in any specific order, so just start with this one. Get that open. This, and yes. We have Lego stuff inside. This is bag 13. Wow, this is like a lot of bags out of the first box. I'm kind of scared of this Lego set, to be honest. This is really, this is a serious Lego set here. Okay, so we got a heap of parts. Let's do the next box. I won't lay this one down because we aren't going to be able to do that very well now. I'm just going to cut it from the edge here. Here we go. We'll start losing them off the front if I'm not careful. Oh. I didn't lose any. Alright, so we have a mountain of parts and bags accumulating in front of me now. Oh, I lost one. Okay, we'll get that later. Alright, third box. This is only half the boxes. This is probably more pieces. This should be more pieces here than I've ever had in a Lego set. The biggest Lego set I've ever had is the Saturn V rocket, which had, I believe, 1,969 pieces, which is, of course, for the year that it went to the moon. But, of course, that, is nothing compared to this. This thing has, what, nearly 4 times as many pieces. Alright, let's get the third box opened. I didn't lose any. Alright, last box. Oh wow, these are cool. Alright, let's open this one up. I noticed they even have resealable tabs on here, so you can actually put them in and then close the box again, like a cereal box. Okay, I'm definitely gonna lose bags off the front this time, or the back. Let's go. Yeah, I lost 4. Okay, let me get those. So, here I am behind a mountain of pieces. This is awesome. I'm going to set these all out in order so we can look at them, and I'll speed that up so you can see that. But first of all, I'm just going to have to get rid of these because there's nowhere to work. Okay. I have now abandoned trying to sort them out because I think there's 17, it goes up to number 17, but there's not 17 bags. As you can see, here's 17, here's 17, here's 17, here's another 17, and there's probably more 17s down there. There's multiple of each bag. This is probably only half the bags. There's just handfuls and handfuls more down here. Yeah, so I'm gonna see you in a few days, weeks, months, or years, however long that ends up taking me to put this together. Hopefully not years or months, but I will be doing a review of this thing right here. So I will see you then.
One eternity later.
Well, I'm back. I have finally actually finished this thing after quite a long time of building. And of course all the figures and everything are here as well. So I'm just going to move all this stuff out of the way for now, because we're going to look at this separately later. And we'll focus on the actual big thing that you're actually buying, which is of course the Millennium Falcon itself. This build is very large, intricate, very detailed, very, very cool. So we're going to move through this thing and see all the features that it has to offer. Over the entire surface, as you can see, there are just so many tiny little details everywhere. From the tiny little bits and pieces here and there on the front all the way to the back, it's detailed so well. And it takes a long time to put all those details in. Over in the front here, on these front mandibles, then you can see we have these nice long bar pieces, and of course the holes located in the right spots there. That was lame. Okay, let's try that again. This thing is 32 inches long, I believe, and 22 inches wide this direction, and it's very, very, very accurate. As you can see from these pictures, then there's, it's like every little detail was carefully gone over to make sure that they could find the right piece for that certain part, and it's just a really cool set. It has all the things that you expect, like the cockpit, of course, over here, which can actually open. If we open it up here, you can see that it comes off in this nice little windscreen piece that connects to another sort of a half cone on the bottom, which then connects on the front with this dish piece to make the well-known shape of that cockpit right there. And of course the tunnel coming back this way with all these little tiny binocular pieces going down it like that. And then over here, of course, we have more of the little, like the docking rings on the sides, as well as the large gunner station thing on the top here, which is of course the quad laser cannon. Interestingly, this thing can rotate like this. It can also hinge up and down. It cannot turn side to side, which is fine, I guess, but would have been nice if you could do that. But anyway, you can also remove this entire panel right here, which has everything, even this nice printed little piece there. And then inside of it, there's actually a seat for a person to sit in and use the guns. So you can take a minifigure and just stick them in there like that, and then you can put the gun back on top. That's just a cool feature to kind of like put people in there. There isn't anything like that on the bottom. There is the laser cannon piece and another printed like cockpit little window piece on the bottom that looks just like that. Even on the bottom where you're never going to see it, they even added that. And the laser cannon is basically identical, but with no removable panel on the bottom. At the back here, you can see then there's these, all six of the vents, all in the right spots here, put across the back. And actually, a cool thing about this set is that it actually has interior space to it. So if you lift this panel off right here, which comes off with these little pins on it, and then if you pull this piece off, which is just sitting there, then you can actually see inside here, hyperdrive back there, escape pods that you can open like this, and of course the tunnels, which are 3D, that you can see going back into the other places which don't actually exist. Also in here is this little panel on the floor you can open for sort of a little smuggling hatch, which is a little bit useless because it is less than a 2x4 brick. It just has this kind of piece on the top, but it's very tiny. You can nowhere near fit a minifigure inside of that. Maybe just barely, like a couple blasters or something, but it's okay. There is actually another spot that you can do, that you can open up right next to this dish piece right here. So you can actually grab this little handle like thing and lift it off. Same with this one right here, you kind of pull it out, that, and you can see inside of there, there's a little, like a little wraparound kind of couch thing there with the hollow chessboard and little spinning seat with some controls and some sort of fluid containers, maybe fuel or something, and then one more of the 3D things, hallways going off into the distance inside of there. Also cool to note, next to that spot is the little laser blast holes in the side. One cool thing you can see underneath one of the docking rings on the side is a boarding ramp, which actually pulls down, and that feels good. It has a little friction in there, and it looks pretty realistic. Another cool feature on the underside here is the little panel you can slide back, and you can see out pops little ground buzzer cannon, which you may remember from the scene in episode 5 in the base on Hoth. Around the back here, of course, you can see the blue pipes in there, which are used for the exhaust. Moving on to the minifigures and creatures and things here, there are a lot of them in this set. They come with 7 minifigures, along with this Minoc here, and 2 Porgs, and a BB-8 right there. So we'll look at each of these in detail. So the first one we'll start with here is the younger Han Solo that comes with this set. I mean, yeah, it's a very, very good print. I believe it's exclusive to this set. And you can see the white on the front isn't quite as white as it should be, but it's still good. On the back, there's just nice, pretty normal print. The hairpiece is good. If we take that off and turn it around here, you can see that there's a little one with the mask on the other side for when they're inside the space slug, when they land in there in episode 5. That is what this set is based off of episode 5 and also episode 7, as you will see. I will show you the other minifigures. Next we have Leia right here in her Hoth stuff from when they escape quickly from the base there. She still has her like coat and stuff, but yeah, good hairpiece, good printing, and also has another face on the back for the mask, the breathing stuff. And of course here we have C-3PO. I don't think there's anything special with this one, just a normal C-3PO, no special arm printing or anything. Just next we have Chewie. I don't think Chewie is anything different than usual either. Very nice printing still anyway though. The bowcaster thing is good, but I do kind of wonder why exactly they sent a play one that actually shoots, because this isn't really a toy set. I feel like this would have been better in the microfighter. Like this piece would have been a good microfighter one to have, whereas the one that actually came in the microfighter, which was more realistic, should have gone with this. You know, a more realistic looking bow might have been better, since this isn't really a play set, but still very good figure. Lastly, for episode 5, we have this little Minoc, which is cool. Only came with one. Probably should come with a few more, it seems like, but this is still cool though. You can actually stick onto the ship with that little mouthpiece like that. Nice green eyes and bat wings for the episode 5 scene down inside the space slug, where they can do some chewing on wires and fly around. Next we have the old figure of Han Solo from episode 7 when he is older and has gray hair. Very good printing there on the face. Similar type of printing for the shirt there, with the white also still being not quite perfect white, but still good. And then the printing for the legs looks very good. Same kind of blaster. And on the back here, there's a very small amount of printing like that. And there's also an alternative face. Looks a little bit mad. Next, of course, here we have Rey with a silver blaster, and of course the Rey hairpiece, along with very good printing on the back, like that. Similar type on the front and good leg printing as well. Very nice looking figure. Also has an alternative face with more of a frown, with a smile on the other side. Next here we have Finn, who I don't think anything new has been done with this one. Good normal sized blaster piece there, and very nice printing on the front. Also good on the back. Good hairpiece, as well as an alternate face for this one as well. Next up we have BB-8 here, which nothing special. It's just the same as it's always been, as far as I know, but still good. And next we have these cute little guys, little porgs, which have a very small headpiece there, which are printed very nicely, but they're both identical to each other with little feathers like that. And then, of course, always included in the Ultimate Collector Series sets is these plaques with very nice large stickers. It would be nice if they could figure out how to print these, but it might not be as glossy if they did, I'm not sure. But you should be careful putting that on because it's rather difficult. But it's very nice, you know, it has the name and a lot of things about the thing in the movies. It's just held up by the simple little stand, which can hinge like this. And there we have that. Another cool feature about this set is it can be transformed into its episode 7 setup as well as its episode 5. So as you can see, we have the round dish here. We could just pull on that, take that off, and instead put on the square one, more rectangular one from the later episodes, like that. And also these two little tiny builds, you can just attach onto the front here to make it a little bit more realistic to the later movies, just like that. So there's the overview of the LEGO Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon. I hope you enjoyed this little look at it, and this was very enjoyable to get this thing, put it together, and make a video about it. It's really cool. It was the biggest LEGO set when it came out, and so I've always wanted this, so I'm super excited to actually finally have this thing. So yeah, I will see you next time on Joe Stuff.